want to maintain that tradition, unless to train our people to actually review the kind of things we do in the association. So every year we have this tradition of going to places to study what we have done for the past year and see if there are new introduction into the profession. And this year we are looking at the re-engineering accounting profession in the post-COVID-19 era, and we want to look at it, how does this pandemic actually affected the accounting procedure and processes. So we are in Calabar for the first of the 6 that we're going to do during the year, and we do it in zonal basis.
Okay.
This is for the south, and from now we'll go to north central. From there we'll go to northwest. From there we'll go to all the other zones of the federation. That is what we do to actually make our members become abreast with the new things that affects the profession.
That's really interesting. One would have thought that, I mean, COVID-19 has no bearing on account because, I mean, you're not medical professionals and all. I'd like to ask the CEO and I involve him in this conversation. How? Just give us a tidbit. I know that you're going to discuss it more at the event, but what exactly is the correlation between COVID-19 and accountants? How can it possibly affect them?
Well, you know, you cannot separate accountants from economy. The accountants are part of the ingredients of economic development.
Okay.
So, as you are aware, this pandemic has devastated humanity, including the economic development of the country. So the accountants who are key to the development process, how to re-engineer their processes, as the President said, so as to get it in tandem with the circumstances that they are in because of this pandemic, particularly issues that has to do with the reporting system. Financial reporting itself will have to be adjusted because of some other interventions or implications of the COVID.
Okay.
So in this process, you find out that the accountants have a key responsibility to get to adjust to the situation so that at least they can be able to provide the needed services in a way that it will reflect the changing circumstances.
Well, thank you, Dr. Abdullahi. I'm going to invite the second Vice President now, Dr. James Akaro. He said, he used the word re-engineering, right, and all, but a lot of people have described accountants as stuck in their ways, you know, not changing, very, very rigid and all. Do you think that keeping up or moving to meet up with the new developments and latest in your profession, do you think that that's going to be a challenge for accountants in Nigeria?
Well, you see, that's the beauty of being an accountant and being a professional accountant.
Okay. What's the distinction?
You after your BSc an accountant, you are an accounting technician, so to say.
Okay.
Then when you go to the profession like ANAN, you become a professional. And while you're there, you gain the benefits of continuous training. Like my president has said, a re-engineering accounting profession in post-COVID. Nobody knew before this time that virtual meetings would be very prominent in the world. Today, people are holding meetings virtually. The same way accountants are, like your federal government workers choose from level 12, should stay at home. While at home, you should not be idle. We have robotics, we have cloud accounting. We have to teach them, like in the first lecture, is that digital accounting and emerging challenges. You could be at home and be maintaining your office. And only the professional bodies that can teach you this.
So what you're saying to me now, Dr. James Akaro, is that in ANAN there are tools and there are processes that you give to your members support to help them deal with all of this. So how can people be part of this? Because there might be, I don't know, are all accountants aware that this is happening? How can they be a part of this event that's taking place in Calabar from today, 15th to 17th of February?
Yes, all our members, ANAN members. Well, even non-members are invited.
Okay.
This is purely for the South-South zone. And of course, some other persons who are free to join us from all over the world. All ANAN members. Like I said, even non-members. You just join, you pay the fees,
okay,
and you get trained.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that on radio, are we? Or they
No.
know exactly how to go about it? They know the people to reach?
We've reached them already.
You've reached them already?
Already, yes.
So let me ask you now, this event, at the end of the event, what do we hope to achieve, you know, at the end of the event, the first session of 2021 ANAN President?
Yeah, ours is to actually look at the issue of the effects of this COVID-19 on businesses.
Okay.
We are going to look at the effects of COVID-19 on governance, how a government is able to achieve its set objectives. Like, you know, the budgets are already getting disturbed because of inactivity, because of different crises within the economy. So it is that during this that we are going to look at all this, try to provide solutions. How best are we going to do it? How do we manage savings? How do we manage debts? Are matters that at the end of the day, participants in this program will be equipped to the level that they can talk confidently on how best to approach issues in terms of accountants helping in the processes of governance, in terms of accountants helping in the processes of managing businesses, in terms of creating other forms of investment that people can do even without going out of their houses. So at the end of the program, you will find out that members that participate in this program will be in a position to provide solutions to problems that are associated with this condition we find ourselves, that are financial in nature. All issues that relate to raising money, spending money in the best of tradition will be discussed, and members that attend will be in a position to help manage businesses and manage governance.
Okay, thank you very much, President Professor Muhammad Akaro Mainoma. If you're just joining us, this is the Hit Breakfast Show. We have ANAN, the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, in the studio talking to us about something that's happening in Calabar right now from the 15th to the 17th of February. I'm going to ask now, what are people who are listening and saying to themselves, oh, maybe I'm an accountant technician, as the second vice president has explained, out of school, yes, accountant by degree, yes, but not a member of any professional body. How can they key into the support and the resources that ANAN has?
The starting point is for them to participate, like the vice president said. They can join us in these discussions by way of coming to register, and it takes just a little. 25,000 will be enough to register and participate in the programs. But fundamentally, they can also aspire to be members of the association, and that is done if they are already workers and working in accounting related. They can join in what we call the matured program. Such program takes 2 years before you can complete it. You write the exams. If you pass, you do the accounting training internship, and then at the end of the day, you become member of the association, and then you can continue to participate in the programs of the association. And the other aspect, those that are not yet in employment, they can also attend our college in Jos, or they can participate in our tuition places in South, and then write the examinations. The examination is also available in Port Harcourt, for instance, that they can sit in for the examination, and then if they pass the examination, they can be inducted into the association and then continue to participate in the programs of nation building.
Well, it sounds really rich. I'd like to say thank you for being here and ask a final question. Can more questions, because people are listening, maybe have many questions that they would have loved to ask, but given the time that we have you on here for, we can't exhaust all of their questions or take them at all. Can they come to the Cultural Center main bowl, and then they're going to be officials there to attend to people and deal with them as
yeah,
well?
And they can even get to us online. They can go to our website, and there are frequently asked questions, and they can post in their own questions, and we'll be there to attend to them.
Okay, all right. If you just joined us and if you've been listening, I've been having a conversation with ANAN, the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. We have the president, the second vice president, and the CEO in the studio. The president, Professor Muhammad Akaro Mainoma, MNIFCNA. President, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much, viewers.
The second vice president, chairman, MCPD committee, Dr. James Ekarare Neminebor. Thank you for being here as well.
Thank you very much, UK.
and the CEO, Dr. Nurudeen Abdullahi, MNI FCNA, who's here as well. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
If you have questions, you've got comments, you'd like to know more about what ANAN is doing in Calabar, what they're doing generally, and how you can take advantage of that, especially as an accountant and one in that financial field, please go to the Cultural Center Complex Calabar. Go to the main bowl of the Cultural Center Complex Calabar from the 15th today to the 17th of February. They will be there, okay, and they'll attend to all of your questions. And thank you very much, Ness, for being here.
Thank you very much.
We've got to get on with the rest of the show. It's a